September the 12th to the 24th covered our extended mobile safari in Botswana with Letaka Safaris. This was our third visit to Africa in the past 4 years and our second time in Botswana, a country I've fallen in love with. After our previous trips, I spent some time researching who we should go with for this latest adventure. And after coming across a couple of YouTube videos by Grant Reed of Letaka, decided that they were offering would be an ideal fit. And we were not disappointed. They had also promoted Llama Travel in London, so that was who we went to book our package. But I was also able to communicate direct with Letaka, and they were very helpful in answering my queries and providing additional information. We flew from London Heathrow to Johannesburg and then on to Maun, where we spent one night in the Thamalakani River Lodge, which was excellent. The following day we flew with Mac Air up to the Zakanaka airstrip, and there we were met by Benjamin, who our Letaka Safari guide for the rest of the trip. The safari itself included 9 consecutive nights camping in the reserves at Zakanaka in the Moremi, and then Mababe, a private concession, and finally in Savuti in the Chobe National Park. Finally, we drove up to Kasane, where we enjoyed a river cruise before staying at the old house lodge, I should say, for our final night in Botswana and the start of our flights back to the UK. Throughout the safari, we would see a considerable amount of wildlife and had numerous excellent photo opportunities, as I hope to demonstrate. So join me now in these video diaries of a really superb experience with Letaka Safaris. There.
All set?
Good.
Okay. Stop somewhere. Out of the dust here. Just a play, yeah. It's not it's just a play fight.
So would they fight like that?
Yeah. If it's a serious one, it's a really knocking, huge knock,
really?
Powerful knock.
Yeah.
And they can end up breaking each other's neck.
That's cool.
Dry leaves, yeah, from the Mopani tree.
Yeah.
So it's very amazing how the trunk can pick up. They got 2 feet, like at the end of the trunk, like 2 projections,
right.
Yeah, which they can pick up.
Welcome home.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Okay. Throughout our days camping, we arose every morning at 5:30, and then it was breakfast at 6, and into the safari vehicle by 6:30, ready for the next game drive. Having sat in the front row the day before, today Geraldine and I moved to the back row of the vehicle. Each day we would cycle one row forward and in rotation. We called this day the Day of the Cheetah, and with very good reason. Today we were to see a family of 3 cheetah, and indeed a couple of days later we would see 2 more. But first let's consider the ones we see today. Benjamin received a call over the VHF that cheetah had been seen, and so having seen the red lettering you see on the screen there, we made our way to this site where there are already several vehicles watching. And here is the mother cheetah. She has made an impala kill, which she's busy eating there. She has 2 cubs, but they currently are not to be seen. It was clear the mother was a little put out by the vehicles, but nevertheless she spent some time calling her cubs. Eventually there were some 14 vehicles surrounding this mother cheetah, so we decided to give her a break, and we went off for a little drive, and we came across these banded mongoose and then this very muddy elephant. And having caked himself in wet mud, decided it was time to have a good dusting. Which also meant we got a good dusting as well, particularly when he threw this the dirt all over his back. We stayed with the elephant for a little while, and then, hoping a few of the vehicles will have moved off, it was time to return to the cheetah. We were delighted to find that the mother and the 2 cubs were together. As you can see, the cubs are pretty well adult size. And at this point they were just resting in the shade, but shortly thereafter they returned to the kill and really got stuck in for a good feast, despite the fact there were still some vehicles hanging around. This is a location that we camped in back in 2023 when we were here with Explore and Wilderness Dawning Safaris. Here we are this time with Letaka through Llama Travel, and this is certainly a step up from our previous experience. Larger tents, and we have better charging facilities for keeping our cameras and so on refreshed battery wise. Anyway, let's take you on a quick trip of the Takanaka campsite that we're staying in. As I say, our tents are larger. We have flat beds as opposed to the sling beds we had last time, so these are more comfortable and more spacious. Otherwise the principle is pretty well the same as we've had on the previous trip. Well, you'll have to forgive the fact it's a little untidy, but this is our tent. It's considerably bigger than the one we had in our previous Botswana holiday. And as you can see, two fairly solid camp beds, which are reasonably comfortable. Slept reasonably well last night, and full mosquito protection all round, provided we use it, of course. And we can stand outside. And now here are the washing and toilet facilities, which are pretty well identical to what we had last time we were here in Botswana. So first of all, you have a long drop toilet. And then on the other side, we have the shower arrangement. With our own wash basin and shower gel and shampoo all supplied.